Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to the Venue Live and to your preferred venue while the coronavirus is around. Yes. You can just stay home, watch live concert series, and be safe and drink beer or, or get high, whatever. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. We're in the studio today with that double, The Truth. Thank you for coming, guys. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Guys, Michael, not your first time here. And, dude, I'm sorry. I forgot your name.
Guess.
Gas is here.
You just call him Dick.
Dick?
I'll answer that. My name is Richard.
Oh, okay. Dick.
Same thing.
Dick. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is your second time.
Our second time.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome, guys. Well, welcome back. All right, so tell us your names and what you do in the band, please.
I'm Shay, and guitar, vocals, errand boy, all of that.
And songwriter.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm Jess. Yes, he writes all the songs. I'm vocalist and aesthetic. What?
No, not like that.
Shit.
Oh, I'm the artist. Yes, I've done the artwork for our album.
Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome.
I'm Chris Blue. People just call me Blue. Normally, I play the bass guitar and cool vibes.
Just cool vibes. Yeah, man. Definitely.
Richard. And I play the drums.
And the cymbals.
And the shaker.
Yeah.
Michael here. I play the electric guitar in the band. And and pedals, too. A lot of foot stomping.
We
It's
did
important.
Did we mic them?
What's that?
We didn't
Michael.
mic the stomps, right?
Yeah, we will later, right?
We will.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us, Shay, tell us a little bit about the band. How long have y'all been together? And we must hear this Metallica story over here.
The long-standing
how did you meet
Metallica
these
beef.
guys, man, because that was funny as fuck.
So, as far as how long the band has been together, this is sort of the newer incarnation of a band that we had, the fourth incarnation. I think we
was
found the
called
right
the fourth
combination this
incarnation?
time. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it used to be called Brood of Vipers.
Okay.
And it went through several different iterations, and we recorded some material, and then Richard laid down some drums, and it was fantastic. Richard and I go back probably 6 years?
2012, 13, 14.
7 years. 6 years.
I think 12. I think we met in 2012.
Okay, so 8 years. And we actually met online. It was one of those online dating services. I think Grindr was in its early stages back then.
Yeah. Then it was just back then. It was just a Facebook's comment section. Is what it was.
That's right.
Yeah, no, we met because one of our mutual friends. Anyway, we were fighting over Metallica. That's what was happening. Okay, we
Like
were
where the
talking
line
shit.
of
Was it an online
demarcation
chat room or
is.
just
No,
one
no,
of
it was
those
just
Facebook posts?
Yeah, no.
Shit, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like someone said something about Metallica, and then this mutual friend of a friend of mine pops in and is like, blah, 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 I'm old, Metallica sucks, they betrayed me, blah, 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 blah. That's my truth.
That was me.
And then I chimed in and I was like, shut the fuck up. You're too judgmental. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to look at their whole catalog. They're fucking geniuses. Yeah, whatever. They make what records you want. Fuck off. You don't like them. They don't care.
But the
All
older
right?
they get, the more puerile their music becomes.
Wham, wham,
So,
wham.
and this is the long-standing beef.
And and
It
then
doesn't stop.
and then Shay was like, defending himself or whatever. And I was like, you know what? You just sound like a dick. And
True.
he was like, well, I am. I've been accused of that before, blah, blah, blah. And we just sort of agreed to disagree. And then like a few months later, a friend of mine called me. I was like, hey, man, I'm recording a demo, acoustic demo. Will you play drums? I was like, of course. He's all right, cool. Be here this time, blah, 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 blah. A friend of mine's going to record it. Well, I get there, and guess who's fucking recording it? This asshat from the internet.
Oh, it was his demo?
Yeah, he was engineering.
So you
Yeah,
were-
he was
you were
engineering
it.
and his
Oh,
rig.
nice.
So I show up and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. And so,
You had
but
stalked him. You knew what he looked like.
he had his profile
Profile.
pic and whatnot. But so yeah, but we're professionals, so we're like, all
Rise
right.
above it.
Was that
Hi.
funny? Was that funny or like
We pretended it wasn't, and I was like, oh hey, nice to meet you, and then we started playing, and
I didn't talk about it right there
No,
and there.
not at all.
But
Not
both
at
of y'all
all.
knew.
The rug.
Both
Yeah.
of y'all knew. Though?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a very simple.
That was that guy who likes the new Metallica shit.
Right? Yeah, I don't know if I can trust his artistic credibility in any way.
That's funny.
And so, but I'm a very, very simple human, and all you have to do is give me the smallest compliment, and I'll nuzzle up to you like a puppy. And he's like, "Oh man, that was a really good drum take," and I was like, "Oh, will you be my friend?" So, and then we were friends, and we were cool. I was like, "It's okay."
then you cool man.
Yeah, it was good.
And since that day, y'all been friends and shit.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
more or less.
And of course, he brought in Michael, and I've played with Chris off and on for 15, 16 years, like that. So yeah, absolute
And,
favorite bass player ever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I'm his wife.
Yeah, I was like, hello.
So yeah, as far as how long we've been together, it's in one way or another we've kind of all been in each other's lives in some form or other.
Cool. And well, both of y'all sing really well. How did that work out? That was just like coincidence, or did y'all meet in some kind of musical?
He went
way?
through 7 wives before who couldn't harmonize.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. That would
No.
be that's one way to do it.
I think we connected around music originally. Yeah.
Yeah, because that doesn't just happen by accident.
No. No.
Unless
I mean,
it's an accident.
weirdly enough, we met through church and we did worship together, and then left the church, started dating, got married, and then started doing music together. So, yeah.
that sounds cool.
You want to hear
that-
another a really kind of funny a little funny tidbit coincidence. So
Sure.
y'all's first date was what?
Swell Season concert.
Right.
What concert?
Swell Season.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
The Frames. They're an Irish band. They did this movie called Once with a singer-songwriter, Marketa Irglova, and Glenn Hansard, the leader of the Frames. And they wrote this song. It was a musical, but it wasn't like a musical. It was just like a singer-songwriter kind of musical. It was an indie film, and their song "Falling Slowly" actually won the Academy Award for Best Original Song that year. Great band, though. Fantastic songwriters.
We should look them up. Can you write
Yeah.
it down
Yeah.
for me, please?
Yeah, it's incredible stuff.
Thank
but
you.
I was also at that show, and
Yeah.
we didn't know it until like years and years
Oh,
and
yeah?
years later. And I was like sitting at his office, like we were talking about some other stuff. I was like, "Oh, Swell Season, that's neat. Where'd you take that?" I was like, "Oh, I took that at their show." I was like, "I was at that show. You were at that show. You were at that show. I was at that show." Anyway,
Cool.
Fun
man.
little
So how
tidbit.
long have you been writing music?
I started writing embarrassingly horrible songs at about 14 or 15.
Okay.
And slowly, polished my craft a little bit over the
Are you
years.
still writing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I write.
Do you write with them?
Not yet. Most of these are older things that he's written, and we've discussed joining forces and actually writing together. We
Have
just
you written
haven't sat down-
anything?
Not since high school, and it was shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. yeah, you should try it. It would be kind of
Yeah.
fun. You don't want to?
No, I'd love to.
I saw that look. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, sure. No, that's cool, man. Me and my fiance, we wrote she helped me out with the song, so it's always nice to get that outside perspective.
Absolutely.
She gave me a couple of lines, and I used them. There was no pressure. It was cool. She gave me a couple of cool lines. So the name, That Devil, the Truth, how did y'all come up with that?
Oof. Okay. So there's a story there. The short version, the long version would take way too long. But the short version is that, in a world where everybody's opinions are so encapsulated and ingrained in their identity, the truth is kind of offensive. And so our goal in both in our music and everything else really is to speak the truth, even if it's diabolical. Just really, really getting the word out there, whether it's issues about shit that we've gone through, or injustice in the world, or whatever it is. Just looking to, if I'm going to be accused of being the devil, I'm going to be that devil, the truth.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's the short version.
That's a cool name, man. And I was looking
Thanks.
at your hands. They're part of your logo. I mean, your picture,
Right?
your profile picture. It's cool.
Yeah.
Whose are the other hands? I mean, it's very catchy, man. It's cool.
Thanks.
You know, we were going through your profile to try to pick some pictures, and this one really was really cool. I was like, man, we have to use this.
It was kind of a last
5
minute.
minutes.
Yeah, it was a last minute thing. We were working on the album artwork, and we needed something for a specific panel, and the picture that I was going to use just didn't work. It just didn't work in the layout. And called a buddy of mine, Keith Hatch. He's a fantastic photographer, and he just lives one street over. I'm like, Keith, can you come over here a second? I've got an idea. And he was like, bam, there it is.
That's cool, man. So what do you listen to whenever you're not jamming out with these people? Like whenever you're driving and just kind of time off?
Satan.
Honestly, everything from like Logic, this fantastic hip hop artist.
Logic? That's
Logic.
I haven't heard him.
Behemoth, one of my favorite death metal bands. Pink Floyd.
them.
One of my favorite bands is a band called Wardruna. That's a Norwegian band that just has, most of their songs are about the runes, and they've just like these big Viking sounds and war drums and, organic instrumentation. Or Heilung is one of my other favorites. These guys are, I'm going to really nerd out if you want me to go on this one.
I
But
mean, yeah, sure.
it's a wide variety of things.
Yeah, that's cool,
just the whole gamut. I can get really into whatever.
What about Jess? Do you have the same likes or no?
No, not
What do you
really.
listen to?
I usually
Who wins the car arguments? To
me. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, what were we listening to?
Jenny Lewis. I love Jenny Lewis. Anything she does. I like a lot of female songwriters.
Yeah, we
I
like it when there's females in bands that come here.
He introduced me almost 15 years ago to Tori Amos. Adore her. Let's see. I was actually listening to Adele before anybody else was. Sia in 11. I found Sia on the internet like 5 years before Chandelier made her famous here. What else do I listen to? Tegan and Sarah. Shit, I don't remember what all I listened to.
Cool.
But yeah, Lisa Hannigan. Yeah. Damien Rice, but yeah.
We got to look some of those artists because did you write all those down? I know all those artists. You do? Is this like known knowledge? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's known knowledge.
It's known knowledge, or is it unknown knowledge? What about you, Mr. Blue?
No, I like Radiohead a lot.
Okay, cool.
Probably Pink
Know them.
Floyd. As far as like artists that have like really influenced me the most for a bass, probably Justin Chancellor of Tool. Probably
I like Tool. Tool has
very
some badass
influential to
music.
me. My favorite guitar player is David Gilmour, Pink Floyd, by far. So I love a lot of different music. It's all can be hugely inspiring. So
Cool, man.
that's why I try to stay with it. Try to stay inspired. So
That's good, man. That's what it's all about, man. What about you, Mr. Drummer?
Yeah. Man,
God, I'm never gonna forget that.
I only listen to the Metallica album Load. That's all. That's the only music I've ever heard in my life. It sort of varies from like week to week, or from I go through phases. Like right now, I've been listening to a lot of sort of '60s jazz. So a lot of McCoy Tyner. He died like 2 days ago, but I was really tripping on him, a little bit before that. So like his older records, like Real McCoy and Sahara and all that sort of stuff. But so yeah, really digging on that lately, and then I've been listening to a lot of metal. So some of like the newer sort of deathcore stuff, like Fit for an Autopsy, and some newer black metal like 1349. And anyway, so yeah, it sort of varies from like sort of jazz stuff to like extreme metal, and then and then I went on like a real Blue October trip for like 2 days of just listening to like that's like one of my favorite bands like of all time. So so I've been to a lot of their
there was one
shows.
song that I liked from them. I don't remember the name.
They're anyway, I can talk about those dudes forever. But yeah, so it's sort of those are sort of like some of the big quadrants, jazz, like sort of funk, soul, singer-songwriter, and extreme metal. Those are sort of my sort of
Michael?
terrain.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I've got my seasons where I just listen to different stuff. Right now, I'm currently listening to kind of like soul, funk stuff, and some Americana, which I've never listened to before. Love it. Anybody check out Ariel Posen, Joey Landreth. It's good stuff.
Cool. We will jar that down, please.
Yeah. Check out Ariel Posen. Yeah. Isaiah Sharkey. He's a new one coming out. It's amazing. Soul food for me. I love it.
Oh, yeah?
That's great.
What's one of your favorite guitarists?
Guitarist Alan Hines.
Hines.
Yeah.
Don't know him.
He's old. He's got white hair. He's like this wizard.
The catch-up guy, right?
The ketchup guy?
Yeah, the Hines.
Oh, yeah. Alan Hines, 57. Actually, he might be that age. That'd be funny. He might be older. That's pretty funny.
He made his condiment fortune and then was like, all right,
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
time to learn the guitar finally.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, thanks.
So, what is y'all's goal with the band? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what do you want to do with this?
Rule the world.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, no, why not? Fuck it. I mean, it might end soon.
Just
All these fucking
be able.
viruses.
I think ultimately, just to be able to create a different space that for me, music has always been the thing that I connect with more than anything else, and it's been the thing that's gotten me past all the hardest parts of my life, and it's been the thing that's helped me celebrate all the best parts of my life, and when I connect with those things on such a deep level, it becomes this permanent connection, and to be able to give back and create those kind of connections for other people, I think is a really valuable thing.
That's very cool, man. That music is very powerful, and it has gotten me out of like a lot of funks, and a lot of my happiest moments has been with music, man. Right now we're doing this. This is very happy for me. It's very and it's music. But at the same time, I've gone through some things that music has gotten me out of, and that's cool, man. So how would you what genre would you put your music in? I was trying to kind of think about that when I was listening to y'all, because I heard what the links that y'all sent me, and I hear a lot of links from different bands, and whenever I started playing, I was like, oh yeah, I remember y'all, But I couldn't put y'all in a category.
We struggle with that same thing. I think it's just
Suicidal singer-songwriter.
yes. So I think at one point on our website we used the tagline,
Don't do it.
Say it.
like Southern tragedy and beauty or something. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it seemed to make sense. It's. I think that it's hard to find a genre that I necessarily connect with more than an emotion. I can find emotions that I can kind of fit it into, but when it comes to genre, it's singer-songwriter, but it's heavier than singer-songwriter, and it's darker.
Right, yeah.
So-
It's like heavy, dark
And I
singer-songwriter.
love the harmonies that y'all do.
Well, thank you.
It just makes it so badass. And-
Richard's
and
called it our secret weapon.
harmonies are like the secret weapon, man. Not
Man.
very many bands. There's been a few bands that come through here that have really badass harmonies, and those bands like really pop out from the others. There's a couple of bands. I mean, all the bands have been good, but there's some harmonies that I'm just like, ooh, that's like fucking like money.
Right. I'm gonna point to the real star of the show.
Well, harmonies
Right
are
here.
hard. Harmonies are hard.
Right. Yeah, like this is like what they do vocally to me, because I'm just the drummer that's available, right? But to me, what makes the music special is
They can replace you and win.
yeah, they could.
Nice.
Yeah. Kick me to the curb. You know?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. You're stuck. You're stuck.
I'm like I have an expiration date. Like rent a drummer. Like
Rent a
you get me
drummer.
out of a vending machine, and then like 3 weeks later, I just destroy myself. But yeah, what makes their band really special, what makes their music really special, is the harmonies and the duality that they represent. With
they
their
know
voices.
each other, so that makes it so
There's
much easier.
a joke that we've kind of said a few times that with the band name, That Devil the Truth, I'm that devil and she's the truth. It is kind of a duality, sort of polar complement kind of.
You have a little figurine on top of your amp.
Yes.
What is that?
It is Odin.
Odin.
Sure.
Can we get him?
I'll go get it.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Your legs are smaller than mine.
I found it very interesting. Earlier, you had it somewhere else, but then you moved your amp because you had your amp on the other side. So who's Odin? Explain to us.
He's the All-Father. He's the the Nordic
Here, let me show it to the camera.
Nordic figure.
In case you didn't figure this out, Shay came from. He's discovered
That's
recently
cool.
he came from Vikings, so he is very much like embraced all of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah? You're
I
a
have
Viking?
I have a Mjolnir around my neck that I always wear.
That's cool, man.
I really love the stories. I feel a real connection with the culture, the stories, the history. And some stories are universal. Some stories transcend culture, and Mjolnir is one of those that. The idea with that particular story is that hammer was fashioned to kill Thor, and he took it and turned it around and used it as his greatest weapon. And I think that's something that is a really valuable connection.
That's cool, man.
So-
I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
I wasn't like looking at it very well over there, but it's cool, man.
Thanks.
So I'm going to make it
shit.
awkward. So Shay, how do you feel about those symbols associations with white supremacy?
Ooh.
Hey, he took my next
So-
question.
Well, first of all, I think my first reaction is probably the way that most of Christianity thinks about the KKK's appropriation of their symbology. Any culture or group can take something and destroy the real meaning behind it. And if you look at the Viking culture, that was one of the most egalitarian people groups ever. They intermarried with so many other groups as they traveled. They were not at all racist assholes. But racist assholes have taken that symbology and tried to ruin it.
Hold on.
Yeah,
share
please.
my example. So a long time ago, maybe like 20 years ago, my cousin and I were in Mexico, and we went to a cathedral that we wanted to tour. And as soon as you walk in, the entire floor is covered in swastikas. And
Oh, yeah.
so, we were kind of pointing at it like, what's happening here? And a priest was walking by, and he said, this church was built long before the 1940s. And we're like,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was a symbol of peace, and it's unfortunate how people are taking these symbols that have these real powerful meanings and using it for evil, basically.
Absolutely.
Right. So you had no idea about that association.
That's where you're going, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
So
Yeah.
because you have like a Mjolnir on your
On the back of my left
on
calf.
the back of your left
And,
calf,
uh,
and you didn't know about this
No, when
association
I just,
at all.
I was a dumbass, and I had no idea about all of this other thing, And I'm at the tattoo shop, and when the guy is done, I get up off the table. Yeah, very late. This was a birthday gift, so I get off the table, and the artist right next to the booth where I was looks at me and he said, "Hey, where'd you do time?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Yeah, Your AB tattoo that you just got, the Aryan Brotherhood thing. Where did you do time? Like, oh.
Bummer. Is this before the truth was in your life?
Yeah. yes. So, yeah. So, like, there are times when I wear pants. Just, I'm not to imply there are times when I don't wear pants. I mean, there are times when I don't wear pants. I'm not a never nude.
He has some special pants that have just the calf cut out, just when he wants to rep. Make a mule.
Yes.
Make his Mjolnir a mule no.
Mule near, mule far.
Yeah. There it is.
Well, we're very happy that you are here, guys.
Well, thank
and
you.
Very excited about your music. Social media information.
Yes.
What is it? Where are you at?
So, Facebook and Instagram, That Devil the Truth. That was too long for Twitter, so Twitter is just That Devil Truth.
Oh yeah, it was too long for Twitter.
It was too long. It was it was like That Devil the Truth. It didn't have enough room for the H. So.
And then we're also on SoundCloud and
SoundCloud.
I don't know all of them.
Bandcamp. Everywhere.
Bandcamp.
It's just That Devil the Truth. MySpace.
MySpace. High
We
five.
have Tom as our friend on MySpace. Yeah. Yep.
And do you have your music anywhere where people can stream it?
We have 2 singles out right now, 10 Star and Revelation. Those are available on all streaming services. April, we will have the album entitled
Ooh,
A Brood of Vipers.
nice.
That will be on all streaming services as
in
well.
April.
In
April. April when?
April.
Just April.
Just
April.
April.
Anytime
What,
in April.
what date, Shay?
Yeah. What day?
What date, Richard?
I'm asking you.
April the 21st.
420.
Okay, that's
January, February,
420. April the.
Damn it.
We can do that. April the 20th. 420. Sure.
all right.
Well, April
all right.
is the fourth month, right? Yeah. Okay. I say I have to think in Spanish. I don't know why. Whenever I count months.
420.
420.
There you go.
Cool, man. Well,
Yeah.
we'll be looking out for that, and hopefully we'll stream it and buy it. We like to
Thank you.
support
Yeah,
the bands.
I
Man.
appreciate it.
Okay, guys. So actually, we had a couple of comments here. So Restore Wellness. I don't know if you know who that is. It's on YouTube. They're excited for y'all to play. All the best.
Thanks.
Allison Damron.
Aww.
I know
so
her.
Yeah.
Jess and I are music sisters.
Oh, okay.
And I love those artists. And Barry Provost.
Very.
These are great. Sound like the truth. These guys are great. Sound like the truth. Okay, cool. Sorry, I have issues reading sometimes. But thank you guys for watching. It's gonna be a great show. I do want to send a couple of shout outs. Kevin Hamlin. I don't know if y'all know Kevin Hamlin. No. He has every year he does a festival. It's called Tune Out Cancer Fest, and it's for Texas Children's Hospital, and they all the proceeds go to children with cancer. So it's like a 3-day festival. There's like 50 bands, and so anything from alcohol or food goes directly to them. Very cool stuff.
They
he's
give
doing.
the kids with cancer alcohol?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's
No.
a wise investment.
No, all the money that they get from the festival.
Oh, from
they-
selling
from
the alcohol.
selling. Yeah, no, bro. Yeah.
You don't want the kids to drink the profits, Richard.
Yeah. dude. It goes for cancer research.
Oh, they
These
don't.
are-
So the kids don't even see it. They're like, "Hey, man, you're
Why
I'm
are you
sorry,
doing
man.
this to me, bro?
I'm sorry, man."
It was funny when it was to him. Nah, man. So yeah, check out Kevin Hamlin. Ivan Oropesa and Rock Animal. We have a Spanish rock concert here every Wednesdays. We've been doing that for a long time now, and so it's going great. So if you want to listen to Spanish rock, which you may, or somebody online, just check out our Wednesday shows. They're fucking kick-ass, actually. Spanish rock is amazing, just like all rock and every music. We like to support all genres. We're not biased here. King Baby, y'all know King Baby?
Yep.
You know King Baby?
I mean, he friended me on Facebook, and I like his posts.
What does he say about Metallica?
Yeah, what is he? King Baby.
I'm
is
pretty
cool,
sure.
man.
I'm pretty sure he'd say it's all love.
King Baby is cool. He is one of the most active music supporters here in Houston. He's got his band. It's like fusion reggae, which is amazing. King Baby is doing big things. He's about to go on tour. Mad love to Diego. He's one of our partners here, and so is Ivan Oropesa. Severo Brown with KPFT. He's my brother. He's my homie. He's awesome. He's actually another one of our partners here. He's just an awesome guy to know. He sends us all the people they interview at the radio station over here so we can showcase them. Awesome. 90.1 and Hank Lamb as well.
What up, Hank?
You know Hank?
Yeah, we know Hank.
Did we have this exact same conversation last time? Probably.
And it's worth having, man. Hank, talking about Hank's worth having twice, man. So-
Hank Lamb is cool, man. He's always telling me, like, giving me good advice. You know how to do things better.
He's a cool dude. We're playing a show with our band this Friday with a show that he called us about. So,
Oh yeah, where at?
Dan Electro's opening up
Yes,
for
Dan
Deep
Electro's.
Sequence from Arkansas.
Plug.
Yeah, plug. If you want to hear some
Plug it in, bro.
instrumental, jazzy
It's
funk.
also a fundraiser too.
It's a fundraiser.
I wish I knew his name. I think he had a car accident. I could be making this all up, but it is a fundraiser. All the proceeds will be going to this gentleman, whoever he is.
Cool guys. Yeah.
Yeah, this is next week. So
And what's the band so people can look y'all up too?
yeah. So our band is called Small Deal. Small Deal. We'll be playing with Deep Sequence at Dan Electro, and this is March 13th. So Friday, 9:00. We playing all night.
Will Corey be there?
Corey will not be there. We'll have another badass bass player though.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll be playing at Natsuo on Saturday, and Corey will be there for that.
Oh, shout out to Corey. He's an amazing
he
person.
is.
Cool, guys. So if you're watching on YouTube and this is your first time on our YouTube channel, guys, hit that subscribe button. We love new subscribers, and we do this 7 days a week. And so it's always cool to have new people listen to amazing local Houston artists, man. There's a lot of Houston bands. I think we were having this conversation earlier.
Yeah.
We're booked solid until May. We're starting to book May, and it's just amazing how after every show, it's like, hey, my friend, blah blah blah, played in this band. Like we have a band we would like to have, and so it's just great, guys. Help us support the local music scene. Hit that subscribe button, guys. It's so important, and you don't know how much it actually helps us. It helps us so much to possibly get some future sponsors, and just keep doing this, man. We want to do something good for the music community, and we just like it. I like it. I love music, and I love meeting new musicians, and it's just cool, man. If you're watching on Facebook, share this event. Go look up these guys, man. They have kick-ass music. Go like them. Go follow them. That Devil the Truth is awesome, and so share this event. It doesn't cost anything to share if you're watching. Just hit that share button. Somebody that doesn't know these guys may watch it. They may like it. And who knows? They can have new fans. Social media is powerful, dude. And it's free. And we know that like 90% of y'all have a phone already like in your pocket, in your hands, or some kind of device, because everybody does. Fortunately for us. Whatever else you do on your phone, just don't do bad shit. But watch your show and share it. If you're watching on Twitter, make sure you write Twitter and let them know that they need to add one more character so that they can add that fucking
Right.
H. And so
That H is very important.
the H is very truth.
Trut.
I mean, it just totally changes the.
Right. the trut will set you free.
So follow us and go look up these guys. What is your handle again on Twitter or whatever the hell it's called?
Twitter. That Devil Truth on Twitter.
That
Everything else, it's That Devil the Truth.
Okay, cool.
No.
And so if you're watching on if you're watching on Twitch, get off the games and just fucking listen to some kick-ass music. And then you can go back to your games. Oh, this is cool. I can do take my frustration out. I normally have something else here. Also, Westone Audio, thank you for the... see, it's like my fidget spinner. Westone Audio, thank you for all the in-ears you sent us. These guys are using them.
Thank
They
you.
sound amazing.
They do sound
Yeah, like
amazing.
them? You like
They're
them, guys?
amazing.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. So if you're looking for in-ears in the future, we do have a discount code, and it's right here on the screen right now. It's RR Studio 15. Look it up. Everybody can touch it.
Do it.
Touch it.
I'm
go to their
touching it.
website, figure out what you want, and then type in RR Studio 15. I recommend them. They're pretty dope. They sound cool. Don't like snap the little plastic part off because they're not invincible. They do break. Some guy broke one of mine. I'm not gonna say any names. It was not very exciting.
Yeah, get you some cheap in-ears to practice with before you get the big boys.
Yes, but get these too.
Yes.
I recommend these all the way, guys. Let's see. I think that's all I needed to say, guys. Any final words?
I had one question for you, Roger.
Oh,
so, first of all, like, thank you for doing this. This is amazing.
Yes.
It's incredible, and we
Yes.
really appreciate
Of course,
it.
man.
But do you see in the wake of the coronavirus, do you see this being the future of live music here?
I do, by the way. You know, if shit goes down the fucking drain, I love the fact that I have this platform because we will be able to still share music, and even if we can't go out,
Will you install
is-
like a vacuum seal room?
I just want to know, is the studio zombie proof?
it is.
Okay. All right.
It
We're
is
not
by
leaving.
design.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
We got
man, I
it,
don't know,
guys.
man. Music and technology. You know, I you know, there's a lot of places that are doing what we're doing, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't find actually any. Maybe I didn't look very hard that are actually doing it live.
Right.
And there's a lot of
Right.
people that are recording it, mixing it, putting it up online, and that's cool. But I wanted to showcase live music, and one of our mottos is to keep live music live. You know, because it's always cool to see a perfect video. Like, to me, that's fucking awesome. But to me, as a musician, that values, you know, people and musicians and how much effort they put to their shit. If I see them take like one live, that to me is just like fucking like the best, you know, because you really get to see what they're all made of, and it's just so much more different. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, I like the Dave Matthews Band a little bit, but it's always, to me, to see them, you know, I can hear their album maybe like once and be like, okay, whatever, they're good. But then you can see them at a live performance and just a live show, and it's just like, man, the energy is so much more like there, and you really get to feel what they're made out of, you know. But albums are cool, but I love doing this, and this is the reason why we do this, and just because I don't have to do post edit, and that's another major reason.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, once a band comes in, they're done, blah blah. Move on to the next band. It's cool, but you know, we're just I like doing this, and yes, I think if there's viruses going around, this is like cool platform to have. And we'll just invite a bunch of musicians, test them first,
Yeah. There you go.
get their temperature first. Be like,
Yeah.
sorry, bro, get the fuck out. There's plenty of drummers.
Yeah. There it is.
Unless you have
man.
beer. Coronas.
Appreciate you, man.
Unless you have Coronas. That's the only Coronas that can come in here.
Yeah. There it is.
Cool, guys. All right, guys. So we're going to take a break. These guys are going to play an awesome concert. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. These guys are just going to go into the booths. And thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you spending your Sunday with us. Was it National Women's Day today?
Yes.
It is.
Yes,
It is International
International.
Women's Day.
International.
So to all the women, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. How you
How
doing?
you doing? Yeah.
I-
To the international women.
It's Hola. Guten Tag. What's another one? No, that's it.
I got nothing.
That's it. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. See you.